Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Portal 2. We're back here again at this strange place with weird, water. It looked like back there was a sign that looked like it was acid water, and it's, well, I mean, we don't really know a whole lot what's going on here. We kind of just fell down. We put Wheatley in charge of the facility and stuff, and we're just kind of trying to figure out where we're at right now. We don't really know much of what's going on. We have seen a lot of keep out signs, which we've promptly chose to ignore completely.
Welcome, gentlemen, to Amateur Science. Astronauts, war
Hi.
heroes, Olympians, you're here because we want the best, and you are it. So, who is ready to make some science?
I like science.
Now, you all invent one another on the limo ride over, so let me introduce myself.
Look at that science right there.
I'm Cave Johnson. I own the place. That eager voice you heard is the lovely Carolyn, my assistant. Rest assured, she has transferred your honorarium to the charitable organization of your choice. Isn't that right, Carolyn?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
She's the backbone of this facility. Pretty as a postcard, too. Sorry, fellas. She's married to science.
She's married to science. Okay, so as you can see, it's Aperture Science Innovators, sort of like when a large company goes through some sort of a restructuring. This looks kind of like maybe what the company used to be a long time ago. Before it was just Aperture Science, it was Aperture Science Innovators. Like, what's another company that did that? Just one I can think off the top of my head. I can't think of anything currently. We're launching out of there to be able to fly through there, and I think we get to have a kind of neat ride on the way over. We get to go through the circle. Oh! And I'm going to adjust my mic really quick, but I'm not going to cut it because it's really quick, so I'm just going to mute it for a sec. Yeah, sorry about that. It was a little farther away than I'd like it to be. Let's keep going.
There's 1,000 tests performed every day here in our enrichment spheres. I can't personally
Look at those typewriters.
So these pre-recorded messages will cover any questions you might have and respond to any incidents that may occur in the course of your science adventure. Your test assignment will vary depending on the manner in which you have bent the world to your will. Those of you helping us test the repulsion shell today, just follow the blue line on the floor. Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better test for you. Fighting an army of mantis men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts.
Fighting an army of mantis men. Okay, so here's the thing is there's a lot of it's not really flavor text. I mean, it is flavor text, but it's more than flavor text. It's backstory. There's a lot of backstory, a lot of information. And if I were to just to, go and look at all of it, there would be so much I couldn't do. So I encourage you, if you're still interested in this and you haven't played it, go play Portal 2. It's a really good game. But basically, we are in I think an old salt mine. And this is a science, a science place, just like Aperture Science is now, but it was a little different before, and you'll see as we go through it. Sorry, I moved the mic again. It was bothering me. I'm sorry. I try to get all this done before episodes start. I can't always tell exactly what everything's going to sound like. I like how it's like, pick up a rifle and get ready to fight mantis men. Okay, pushy button. And there's another sign, Aperture Science, and you can be sure that under the water it says Innovators. You can kind of see the very beginning of it if you look carefully. I'm not sure how well that shows on the video. But yeah, this is Aperture Science before it was the Aperture Science we all know and love today. And it admittedly is not doing nearly as well as it was back in the day. So we might have to do, I think that's our end goal over there, is Pump Station Alpha. That's where we're trying to get to. So we need to get up there. Oh, okay. I think these doors have audio messages.
Just a heads up,
yeah.
we're going to have a superconductor turned up full blast and pointed at you for the duration of this next test. I'll be honest, we're throwing science at the wall here to see what sticks. No idea what it'll do. Probably nothing. Best case scenario, you might get some superpowers. Worst case, some tumors, which we'll cut out.
And there's another one right here, I believe.
If you need to go to the bathroom after this next series of tests, please let a test associate know. Because in all likelihood, whatever comes out of you is going to be cold. Only temporary, so do not worry.
Don't worry,
If it persists
it's fine.
For a week, though, start worrying and come see us because that's not supposed to
No,
happen.
that's very bad. This guy right here, this Cave Johnson guy, here's the thing. I like all the characters in Portal 2 quite a bit.
If you've cut
there's
yourself
another
at
one
all
here.
in the course of these tests, you might have noticed that your blood is pure gasoline. That's normal. We've been shooting you with an invisible laser that's supposed to turn blood into gasoline. So all that means is it's working.
Which is very good, unless you don't like having gasoline blood. Anyway, so what I was saying, it's kind of hard to say, I don't think I actually go over here now that I think about it. Not yet. It's kind of hard to say who I like most in Portal, because Wheatley's hilarious. He's hilarious because he's an idiot. GLaDOS is funny because, she has this weird dry humor, I think. Is that the correct way to say it? That's which is hilarious. And then Cave Johnson here, he's kind of wacky, and I like him for that. If I remember, yeah, okay. So we went up this elevator shaft, and we're going to now jump down this elevator shaft in order to give us enough momentum to go. I've noticed, I've been going through this game pretty quick, but I think it's just because I remember how to do this kind of stuff. Ooh! It's a good thing we didn't die. Let's go. This is Pump Station Alpha. Know your allergens. Pollen, animal dander, plastics, and antimatter. You don't want to be allergic to antimatter and be in the antimatter production facility. Do not inhale fumes, no matter how good they smell. Don't touch anything unfamiliar. The light turned green. That must have been very good. Good, okay. So I turned the light green, which is obviously good. Not sure. Let's see. Right there, maybe? We have to get up there. I just don't remember quite how to do it. I think this might be an acceptable method. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that works. We do want the lowest unexpected casualty enum ever for 1956. Admittedly, it was a while ago. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Whee!
They say great science
Down the dangerous
is built
pipe.
on the shoulders of giants. Not here. At Aperture, we do all our science from scratch. No hand-holding.
No hand-holding your babies. It's interesting to note that even back in previous Aperture, they still had those funky little no portal-y thingies on all the elevators. Just in case anyone in the future happened to stumble across here, we still don't accidentally want anyone getting crazy portal things around. Oh, lights. Oh, very bright lights.
All
Okay.
right, let's get started. This first test involves something the lab boys call repulsion gel. You're not part of the control group, by the way. You get the gel. Last son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen. Broke every bone in his legs. Tragic, but important. Or so I'm told.
You don't want to be a part of the control group for an experimental thingy like that. So as you can see, if you just take a look around, we're kind of in these giant, like, orb things that have water in the bottom. I'm not sure. They explain them a little bit later. You'll hear about them later. I don't really want to talk about them to, for the sake of spoiling anything, but we're at the bottom here and we're working our way up is what we're doing. They're like little testing orbs. Remember, this test is unsolvable without an Aperture Science portable quantum tunneling device. If you have not received one, please find a test associate before participating in any Shaft 9 enrichment activities. I'm sure glad our portal gun isn't that heavy. But yeah, that's the reason why they still have the little thingy on the elevators, because they did portal testing here as well. Repulsion gel was Aperture's first attempt to create a dietic pudding substitute. It's true, the gel is a sweeter, slightly less non-toxic form of fiberglass insulation. Yum. that causes subsequent ingested food items to bounce off the lining of a dieter's stomach. I don't know that word. Distended stomach and out of his or her mouth. For various reasons, this product is pulled from shelves. Following fact place cards. Lawsuits concerning repulsion gel. Public outrage over. So, this is a new little puzzle element, and it's called repulsion gel. So you can see I can walk on it. It's perfectly normal. But if I jump, I can actually bounce pretty high, and so you can do stuff like that. So I don't actually need a long fall in this case to be able to get over here. I can just jump it. Which leads to some kind of cool puzzles. Let's keep moving. So, I think that's a cube, that's an old-fashioned cube dispenser, and I need to get the cube out. Which I believe the button is over there for it. Okay. So all we have to do is jump our way over, and the way the repulsion gel works... Also, you hear cool music when you're jumping. You can kind of hear it just barely. The way the repulsion gel works is it basically allows you to make a jump and you don't lose any of the force from the bounce. Like, in real life, if you were to, jump, if you were to jump, like, you throw a bouncy ball at something, if you bounce a bouncy ball, it won't bounce nearly as high as it did the first time. Because, that's just how life works, you lose, like, due to friction and stuff like that, you lose force. I'm not claiming to be a super science person here.
I should not have mentioned the control group. Told me I ought to stop making these pre-recorded messages. That gave me an idea. Make more pre-recorded messages.
Make more pre-recorded messages.
I can talk about the control group all damn day.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I don't claim to be a science person. I like science. I'm just, not a super huge science person. So forgive me if I say sciencey things wrong, but basically you lose some of that force, but it doesn't, what I'm trying to say is it doesn't happen with these repulsion gels. So you can jump and make an equally high jump elsewhere.
For this next test, we put nanoparticles in the gel. In layman's terms, that's a billion little gizmos that are going to travel into your bloodstream and pump experimental genes and RNA molecules and so forth into your tumors. Now, maybe you don't have any tumors. Well, don't worry. If you sat on a folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants, we took care of that too.
Oh, good. I wanted tumors, I guess. Okay, so holding this down reveals a little platform here, but it won't stay out if we don't have that out. So why don't we... Let's see, is there any way we could... What is that? I feel like going up there would be useful. Let's go up there. Okay, got it. Oh, cube, got it. Excellent. That's what I needed. So, let's get that. Oh, yeah, the cubes will do crazy things if you leave them alone on this gel. I enjoyed this gel quite a lot. It's not as... I don't like it nearly... I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It's not my favorite nearly as much as something like the, the light bridges are. But they're still kind of cool in their own right, because they let you do cool bouncy things. Whee! Oh yeah, and then also you can do cool stuff like this. I should have gotten a little more speed before I went. This is rather slow. Now I think if I throw a cube at it, it'll do the same thing. Yeah. Question is, will it land over there in a good way or not? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Dang it. No. Oh, my cube! Okay, I guess we'll get another one. I didn't think it would actually perfectly fall down that hole. Why is there a hole there anyway? Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, if I get a little bit more speed, this next one won't take as long. There we go. Now we're moving. Kind of. Oh, no! I saved a cube! Yeah, they didn't really make their sciencey testing... Oh, crap. If you press control, you'll stop bouncing. Which is basically crouch. If you crouch, your bounce stops, like that. So I can use that to keep me from doing weird, crazy things. Anyway, let's get some more height now. That should get me to the exit. Whee!
Oh, in case you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion gel. We haven't entirely nailed down what element it is yet, but I'll tell you this, it's a lively one, and it does not like the human skeleton.
It's a good thing that that we're covered in a protective jumpsuit or whatever. Otherwise, we might be in a little bit of trouble from having the repulsive gel on our body that apparently does not like the human skeleton. I like this guy's humor too, because he's like, the lab boys say, if you get it on you, don't get it on you. His humor's funny as well. They're different types of humor. I've never been good at explaining different types of humor.
Way, keeps out the rats. Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping, because that's not part of the test. That's asbestos. Good news is the lab boys say the symptoms of asbestos poisoning show a median latency of 44.6 years. So if you're 30 or older, you're laughing. Worst case scenario, you miss out on a few rounds of canasta. Plus, you forwarded the cause of science by 3 centuries. I punch those numbers into my calculator, it makes a happy face.
Okay. Let me see. We need to get higher than that. That's just a piece of wood. Are we below the last? No. No, this is a different one. Okay. Oh, I see one up there. There we go. That's what we need. That's what we need right there. These old testing chambers have some pretty cool merit to them as well. Just because, I mean, they're cool. They got their own flair to them, so to speak. There we go. Okay. Now we can get in the testing chamber. I like that.
I like your style.
Exactly.
You make your own rules, just like me. Bean counter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
Can't fire a man for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Okay. Okay. So now we get to actually play with them. They're not just on the ground. We can actually make our own gels. So like, if I were to throw a portal there and then throw in there, well then we're gonna have some gel right there. Ow. It's on my face. Let's put it somewhere a little more effective. Let's try throwing some there. Let's try. There we go. Splurt. And there we go. Okay. So blue one is how I dispense repulsion gel. Will putting it up there do any use? Doesn't look like it. So I'm up here. Where can I put a portal? I think getting one up there would be useful, because then we could shoot it over here. I think, okay, I'm looking at this puzzle, and it's starting to make a little more sense to me. Or not quite. I think I need to get up there. Oh, I see what I need to do. Gotta get a little clever here. Let's throw. Let's see. I can just jump down here, and I should be able to. Not quite the height I wanted. Let's slowly wiggle our way back over. Okay. Let's get a little paint right there. That wasn't quite what I... Well, if we get a little bit here as well, maybe I can jump that as well. There we go. Okay. Okay, and then... Okay. See? It's slowly coming back to me. So if we launch some through there, we should get it right there, and then we ourselves can launch through there, and hopefully we'll make it to the end. Or we'll die. Something's going to happen. It's going to be scientific. I can promise you that.
Just a heads up, that coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium in it, so we can track the neuronal activity in your brain. There's a slight chance the calcium could harden and vitrify your frontal lobe. Anyway, don't stress yourself thinking about it. I'm serious. Visualizing the scenario while under stress actually triggers the reaction.
I'm serious. What type of humor is that? Does anyone know? Does anyone like good at classifying humor? I've never been terribly good at it. I just like, that's funny, but I can't explain why. What type of humor is that where they lightly go over dangerous things like that? I don't know.
Kepler-7, we implanted a tiny microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees, so we're going to need to go ahead and get that out of you pretty fast.
Okay, so this is water, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. Look at that water. Valve really knows how to animate water. It's fine, it's fine. I think it looks pretty decent, all things considered. So, what water does is it basically washes away gel, which, I don't think it's ever really useful in any situation. Moreover, it's always just kind of something that gets in the way, but there's that. So, like, if I were to shoot that over there, I need to turn that water off somehow. Looks like maybe this button is how we do it. I don't know if we want to stick paint to the roof, but that's how you do that. Anyway, let's push the button, see what happens. Ah, it's a timed thing. Okay, I know what we're doing. So let me... Well, maybe I can do it really quick. Ah, there we go.
I'm telling them, keep your pants on. Alright, this next test may involve trace amounts of time travel. So, word of advice, if you meet yourself on the testing track, don't make eye contact. Lab boys tell me that'll wipe out time. Entirely. Forward and backward. So, do both of yourselves a favor and just let that handsome devil go about his business.
Okay. I think if I get myself up there, I can start. Whoop. Maybe with not such force. Can we have a little less force? Going up there? Oh, okay, okay. So, we got a little bit of a leaking blue whatever right there, and I think that'll be useful. Somehow. Yeah, okay, so let's put a little on the wall there. We'll hit that bounce, and then we'll land up there. That's what we need to do. I got this. And let's go. So you can use it to bounce off walls. It's pretty useful stuff, all things considered. I love all these accidents hurt. You will be hurt. Co-workers, don't endanger others. The company, replacements are costly. Science, investigations impede progress. Another great one. Okay, let's see. I believe, yeah, we can snipe that right there. So we can get ourselves some blue paint out of the testing area. Which that isn't helpful. But, it is helpful maybe right there. Yeah, okay. I think I kind of know how we're supposed to do this. Investigations impede science. And maybe a little bit over there. Okay. Okay, this is starting to look a little more doable. I think what I need to do... I think maybe a portal there. Another portal there will launch me there, fly me up there. Let's give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, we could fall into the evil goop on the ground that murders us, or we could be perfectly fine. And you'll never know till you give science a try. Ah! Oh, let's make that a little higher. Ah! There we go.
If you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalk between tests. The lab boys say that might be a fear reaction.
It's not a fear reaction, I'm just a little lost.
Of a bunch of eggheads who wouldn't recognize the thrill of danger if it walked up and snapped their little pink bras. That sounds like projection. They didn't fly into space, storm a beach, or bring back the gold. No, sir, we did. It's you and me against the world, son. I like your grit. Hustle could use some work, though. Now let's solve this thing.
Okay, so this is another little one. They don't use this type of thing a lot, but how do you get a cube out of a room that's covered with glass and you can't do anything to get in it? How do you do that? Well, we could try this. This might work. Let's just, let's just energize the crap out of the cube and just have it break all the glass. Oh, I got a nice glass shard I can stab someone with. They blocked my way out. Okay, sorry. Glass shard, you can stay there. Okay, so the problem is it's going to be very difficult to actually... Okay, now I remember the water actually is useful. It's going to be very difficult to collect this cube. Like, I can, but if I try to set it down... Oh, now it's crazy. So, let's give it a little wash. And now the cube has normal properties. So I forgot the water actually is useful for some things. Not a ton of things, but some things. We need to get our way up there. Let's, sure that's used for something. Let's just get a little blue paint over there and see what happens. Okay. What does that do? You just spread it across the floor. I think this will work. Let's just try this. See how this works. Let's just give it a shot. We're just throwing science at the wall right about now, and we're gonna see whatever sticks. Okay. So next thing, we want that cube to get off there, and we could use what we just learned to help us get the cube off. Energize the cube. Oh no, now it can't stay on the button. Except it's gonna keep bouncing on the button. No, actually, it's gonna go away.
Why? It's about why not?
It's about why not.
Is our science dangerous? Why not marry safe science if you love it so much? In fact, why not invent a special safety door that won't hit you on the butt on the way out because you are fired?
Oh, burn science!
Yes, you. Box your stuff. Out the front door.
Burn scientist! Take that, you just got Cave Johnsoned. Why don't you just marry safe science if you love it so much? Remember when that was a thing? I remember when I was a kid, it's like, if you love it so much, why don't you marry it? Back when I was a kid, and that was an insult. Was that an insult? I think it was. That is an odd insult.
Congratulations. The simple fact that you're standing here listening to me means you've made a glorious contribution.
I've made a lot of glorious contributions to science today.
Amateur Science, I thank you for your participation and hope we can count on you for another round of tests. We're not going to release this stuff into the wild until it's good and damn ready, so as long as you keep yourself in top physical form, there will always be a limo waiting for you. Say goodbye, Carolyn.
Goodbye, Carolyn.
She is a gem.
Okay, so we can't go that way. The elevator to the surface. Unfortunately, it's been blocked. There's freedom lurking right there, and we can't even hit it. But we can throw a portal right there, because there just happens to be a nice little exposed patch of wall. And I think... Yep, there we go. Okay, pump station beta. So we're not done. We're going to go to the next area. We're almost out of time, but I'm going to get us to a little better area before we stop. Pump station beta, and we'll be messing with a new type of gel here soon. Whoop, stop zooming in. I like that this game has a zoom function. It really does help for some of the bigger puzzles to be able to get a nice long-ranged portal down. Oh. This one takes a little bit of work. Oh, no, I got it first try. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let's see, there's sciencey stuff here, more sciencey stuff. Okay. So now we have blue and orange gel, which will be helpful for our next test. It'll actually be quite useful. And, wow. That certainly looks a bit worn over there. I think we'll stop right here because this is a decent spot for stopping. And let me think. Yeah, I do have a bit to do in the next couple of days, so I'm just gonna make another video while I'm here. So I'll be back in a minute for me, but I will see you guys when we come back in a day or two. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Portal 2. Bye!